KMSU?
Hello?
Hello, Dolph Ziggler.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Very good. How are you?
I'm excellent. My name is Dustin Wilmus from KMSU Radio. I'm here with my co-host, Ton.
Hey there, how you doing?
Good, good. How you guys doing?
Beautiful. Glad to have you on the line here. If you're ready to go, we'll get started.
Let's do it.
Well, let's start, I guess, with the typical first question for us. What made you decide to become a wrestler?
Oh, I was a fan as a kid. I went to my first show when I was 5 years old. Told my dad that I wanted to do this, and I started wrestling at 5 years old, and all the way through high school, college, broke some records in college, and had a chance to get my foot in the door at the WWE, and luckily it all worked out.
And it seems like when you first started in the WWE, they kind of stuck you with some gimmicks that, could have easily discouraged someone who was breaking records and stuff in college. You know, you were with Chavo Guerrero when he was the golfer guy, and of course the Spirit Squad. Did you ever feel like maybe calling it a day or saying, this isn't what I thought it would be?
No, absolutely not. It was very discouraging, being a cheerleader and a caddy. Of course, I worked so hard, been such a fan, became really good at what I was doing, and that was very discouraging. I never said I'd call it quits. I always thought, if this is the only shot I got, I'm going to make it as worthwhile as I possibly can. I'm going to give it everything I have. And luckily, I was able to get another shot after that, actually being, a credible superstar.
And now you've come quite a long way from that period. What has been some of the favorite guys that you've worked with over the years, and maybe why?
There's been a handful of guys. I mean, everybody's very hardworking, and that's any job I've ever had. These guys all want to put on the best possible show. They want to be the best. Everybody's working not for themselves, but for the fans. And there's been a couple of guys that, it helps when you're friends with someone and you can actually, you don't mind beating each other up and things like that. But I've had, John Morrison, Kofi Kingston. I've had just a handful of matches with Antonio Cesaro, but he's awesome. I can't wait to work with him more in the future.
And this is kind of getting back to the earlier question. Over the years, you've been paired with several different valets, Vicky Guerrero and AJ and Maria early on. What are your thoughts on, working with valets or managers? And, do you think there should be more managers like that today, like there was back in the day?
It depends because, the business is constantly evolving and WWE is constantly evolving with it. So it depends. It goes in cycles. Valets do have, absolutely have, there's been some great ones in the past. I've, basically my whole career until a few weeks ago, I've been with one or another. And, it's great to have that variety on the show, and there's always something great to offer. And I had a blast working with just about everybody, especially Vicky, with the reaction she used to get when we were out there was mind-blowing. And it was so cool to be out there with her. So, yeah, of course they have their place, and it's great to have them, and it makes for a great entourage or whatever you have going on. And I'm sure in the future there'll be others or more, and managers, valets, however you want to see it. Right now, the Divas are actually, have a great show on the E channel, and they're involved in the Divas title match, courtesy of last night. And so there's a lot to be said with them, doing things on their own.
One thing we want to ask you is, recently you had the pretty serious concussion that was causing you some health issues. Is that all behind you now? And did that cause you to kind of change your style or your approach? You're known really as a guy that really sells things well. So is that always on your mind when you're out there now?
And not only do I sell things well, I take things as hard as I possibly can because, like I said, I want to put on the best possible show. Now, had I gotten injured on something that I had done myself, perhaps I would have to rethink my style. But the reason so many people get behind me is because I go out there and give them everything I can. If someone's throwing me into a turnbuckle, I'm going to hit it as hard as I possibly can because I want it to be as real as possible. But unfortunately, it was just an accident where I just got kicked in the head. It was nothing I did. So I will absolutely not change my style. Of course, I do here and there think about it a lot, and it was several weeks of sitting around with a headache 24 hours a day wondering if I'd ever come back. And I've been lucky enough to be able to come back. Not only that, I never missed a step. I'm still in great shape. I don't get tired because I love to put on such a great show.
So here's what we all want to know. When does Dolph Ziggler win the WWE Championship and become the new face of the company?
Oh, as soon as 20 guys retire, I think. Man, I don't know. It's a good question. Obviously, I'm not in the prime possible position as someone as like a Daniel Bryan is to be in at least on the outside, almost looking in. And I will continue to do things above and beyond to say at the end of the day, I've done my part, and see, constantly, telling people to follow that match-wise, constantly being outspoken, doing everything I possibly can to be the face. And honestly, if you look at this face, like, I look great, which is cool. But Randy Orton, yes, my mom, he's hot too. So that's great for him. We have a great situation going on right now in the WWE where there's people siding with Triple H, and there's people kind of in his face a little bit, and I don't mind being one of those few people to be in his face, letting him know that perhaps he's backing the wrong guy as a WWE champion. So I'm saying this WrestleMania, I will be in a marquee match, singles match, hopefully, and the next WrestleMania, I'm out there either as a WWE champion or fighting for it.
Awesome. Now, do you feel personally, does the WWE Championship, does that mean more than being kind of the show stealer on the card? Or, because
absolutely. Absolutely. I can be as great as I am. I can be 10 times better than the WWE Champion, but the WWE Champion is the face of the company, no matter what anyone says. You're the guy who, except in rare situations where John Cena is on the card and not the WWE Champion, you would be splitting it, with him, because we just know him as our franchise guy for the last 10 years. But as the WWE Champion, you're the guy it's not only is the company on your back and you're there to lead it, like I feel like it's on my back a lot, just as, me being out there. But put that in the position that you are the guy, you are the chosen guy for the WWE. It's not always a lot of responsibility. You have to go out there and outdo yourself every single night. I already do that. I just don't have the championship.
For sure. Well, you mentioned you've been a wrestling fan since you were a little kid. If you could work with anybody, from the past, who would you say it would be and why?
Late 90s, Shawn Michaels, Iron Man match, because I'd love to see us two go out there and try and show everybody how wrestling should look.
There you go, Tom. I thought he was going to pick you, but
I thought about it second with Tom, for sure.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. You're going to be here tonight, is that right?
Tonight, for sure. I'm making my rounds right now, letting everyone know about it.
It's awesome.
We got such a great show where we SmackDown and main event. You tape it tonight, you go home, watch yourself on Wednesday and Friday, see how your sign looks, see how fat you look on TV, whatever you want to do. But we got all your favorite SmackDown superstars. The Wyatts will be in the house for the first time. They're making their debut here in Minneapolis. First televised show in over a year. It's such a great night. Lots of wrestling, lots of sports entertainment, everything you can imagine. It'll be a great time.
Excellent. Well, again, we appreciate you being on with us today, Dolph. Is there anything you want to leave us with? Any parting words?
Yeah. You just know, no matter who the champion is of the WWE, that I go out there every single night to prove to everyone who should be the champion.
You can't argue with that.
Beautiful. Well, thanks a lot. We'll see you tonight.
You got it. Take it easy, guys.
All right. Thanks a lot. Bye.